More discrimination and war? Yep. Characters somehow becoming even more cool and kick butt? Yep. The best ending you've ever seen in an anime ever? Not even a question. Hi there, welcome to another video of me fangirling over 86. First off, for this review, I'm going to be focusing on the second half of the 86 anime. The second core, season 2, whatever you want to call it. Before I start with anything, I just want to say that this has been the most long and painful journey I've ever been on while watching an anime. So many delays. I just want to take a moment to appreciate all of the fans that have been alongside me in torture as we wait for the epic conclusion that we were all waiting for. And boy, did they deliver. But first, let me focus on the first part of this half. Let me just say, yet again, they did an awesome job with it. They still have epic music and epic designs. Just tell me Lena's not 10 times cooler now than she was before. They followed the plotlines of Volume 2 and 3 from the light novels, and like I mentioned in my last review, although amazingly well done, it was still a painful arc to go through, because it hurts when Lena and Shin think each other are dead. And you only get 2 scenes for the most of the season from Lena's perspective. But it was still super good. I really liked seeing them all grow and their reasons for choosing to fight again. It was also interesting to see how the 86 are still treated as they are, and how people are still people no matter where you are. But my favorite part about this arc was Shin's character development, but more on that in a second. As compared to the light novels, again, everything was adapted amazingly. Although there is one small detail I want to mention. The only thing I'm sad that they left out from this latter half, spoiler from the light novel, is the Dustin scene in the Republic. In the epilogue of the first volume of the light novel, the night the Republic falls, there's a scene where a student gives a speech about the injustice of what they're doing to the 86. And the point was that no matter the reaction of the lots of people watching, from sympathy to disdain, they all died just the same. I like that scene, but it's even better when Dustin comes in. I'm sure they'll mention it when he's introduced, assuming there's more of 86 coming in the future, but I wanted it so badly when the Republic collapsed. It was one of my favorite scenes and references when I realized who he was. I could do a more in-depth review of this entire second part of 86, but honestly, overall, I think they did an outstanding job with all of it. And out of all the arcs, it was the slowest, although still epic, so I'm just gonna skip to the stuff I really care about, which is the ending and the final 2 episodes. Seriously, did they have to make us wait 3 months for those? And I didn't know this until a viewer mentioned it to me, but it was 86 days exactly, so I guess that's kinda cool. But they just had to end it there, didn't they? They have a thing for leaving you thinking that people are dead. Sheesh, I honestly do feel bad for anime-only watchers. But aside from that, my goodness, I love this anime. In episode 22, we see Shin face off with Frederica's Knight, but mostly, we finally get to see Shin's feelings build up, and it's so good. It's the most precious thing. Shin's arc in this series is my favorite part. You get a little in the first half and the first volume of the light novel, but ever since this arc is when he finally has to face what he's going to do with his life and how to deal with all the people he's left behind. I especially love how in one of the episodes, his conversation about how not wanting to do anything is the same as not wanting to be alive. It was just one that hit hard for me. But seeing it all come to fruition in episode 22 was so heartbreaking, exactly how it was in the light novel. Seeing his loneliness and pain is just... But when Lena finally shows up, the hope in his eyes is just so special. When I first read the light novel, it was definitely one of my favorite parts in the series. The flowers, the tone, it's just so beautiful. After that, we also get to see the beginning of his goal to see the sea, and that's just so sweet. Even though Shin obviously makes a lot of progress in this arc, if you've read the light novels, you know he still has a long way to go, and some of the best moments are yet to come. But everybody knows the best moment of this series, when the Spearhead Squadron and Lena meet face to face. The fact that she recognizes their voices and names all individually, not just Shin's, is just so special. Seeing the look of pure happiness on both of their faces just makes me so stinking happy. And can we just appreciate how everyone else ships Lena and Shin before they've even met? Even Ernst is behind it. And Theo's drawing? I died. I mean, you can't help it. They are adorable. I also just love all of the parallels in this series, like the tracks representing going on till the end and catching up, And all of the flower references and the field of flowers. Like how Shin wanted her to leave flowers when she reached their final destination, and so many other things. Overall, this series has just something so special that I can't put into words, and I'm mega impressed with how well they adapted it to the screen. They've resolved basically all of the few comments I had before, and I think this anime was just so awesome. I cannot believe how good of a job they did with everything, and I know I'm not the only one. I am so happy for the many people who found this anime and now want to read the light novels. All I can say is that this series doesn't pull punches and just gets better and better. Many of my favorite parts are yet to come. Although you can bet from here on out, all I'm going to be doing is fangirling about Lena and Shin. This scene. Oh, and how many of you noticed the 86 that their fingers make? Did I mention that the series is amazing?